It's very easy to fall into the trap of believing that the most expensive watch in your watch box is the best watch. And price doesn't always translate into being the best. And I get asked that question a lot. Which is the best watch in your collection? And for me, it's simple. It's the watch that keeps on giving. And I've got quite a few of those. And this is one of them. Today, I'm going to share a short video about this special piece from Seiko, the Marine Master Professional. Let's check it out. I was given this watch a year ago. I swapped it out for another watch with a friend of mine, and I've never actually gotten around to reviewing this watch. In fact, not only this watch, there's several watches in my current watch box which I've done intro videos to showcase them, but I've not actually spent the time to properly review them and express my long-term thoughts of owning these pieces. Today I want to share a few thoughts on why this Seiko MM300 is a watch that keeps on giving. Not only that, probably one of the most unique timepieces in my watch box. I mean, look at it. Just look at this thing. Its design has been copied by so many homages out there, but Seiko pioneered and produced the original. Whatever iteration of the tuner you find in Seiko's lineup, they are definitely designed from the ground up, not copying any other manufacturer. And that alone ranks this watch right up there in the realm of being a little bit special and very, very different. You see, this watch is designed for one purpose. It has one main feature and it does it extremely well: underwater legibility. The safety features built into this timepiece are evident from the external design standpoint. Firstly, it features a quartz high torque movement. Again, it's manufactured from scratch and for this particular series of watches only. And you know you've got a really good quartz movement because it's made by Seiko. Now, when it comes to shock protection and keeping accurate time, the robustness of this movement will always win out when compared to anything mechanical. That's a given. Secondly, looking closely at the watch itself, it's encased within a case. There's a steel shroud that encompasses the entire watch for greater protection against knocks and reefs in the ocean. This design gives the bezel the best protection it can offer while still being able to access its functionality when needed. So there's no accidental bumps with this watch. And speaking of knocks and bumps, the crystal on this watch is a nice thick chunk of double dome hardlex, not sapphire. Basically Seiko's proprietary hardened mineral glass. In other words, when this glass is hit hard against the surface, the inherent properties cause it to scratch rather than shatter. And again, that's forward thinking from Seiko. So for complete underwater protection, this watch was designed for that one purpose: allow the time to be read in difficult conditions. It's an extremely well designed, well thought out, functional, engineered piece. Now, speaking about legibility, is it any good? Well, my experience, it's been exceptional. When I cycle this watch during the week on my wrist with my other watches, the first thing that gets me about this piece is you just need to glance at it once and it's a very easy read. Even when I retire for the evening, I place this watch on my side drawer, and at around 5 o'clock in the morning, in a pitch black room, that lume is still shining head and shoulders above any other watch I've ever experienced. In fact, this watch's lume glows all the time in any environment. It's like it's always switched on. And that's saying something. So putting all that good stuff aside, what has this been like to own and wear throughout the year? Well, surprisingly very good. I've heard people call this watch ugly. Others say it's a work of art and timeless, but whatever the case, it's a big bold statement with a lot of wrist presence. On my 18cm wrist, there's absolutely no overhang thanks to the well-designed short lug-to-lug wingspan. So again, forward thinking from Seiko. I've actually enjoyed matching this watch up with many straps over the past year. I've sort of leaned towards green, only because that lume is continually giving off a slight green hue. But overall, it's an absolute strap monster. At the moment, I've got the watch on an FKM rubber strap. I've actually put fat spring bars in there as well. I've taken the quick release out, 22mm lug width. It's been ideal. It's been extremely flexible, comfortable, really nice on the wrist. The only real gripe for me has been on the bracelet. I've worn it for about 10 minutes when I first received the watch about a year ago, and I wasn't able to find any comfortable, happy place. So I took the bracelet off and I've been wearing it on straps ever since. But I did revisit the bracelet again 6 months later. I wore it for another 10 minutes. I tried adjusting it differently on the wrist, and now that bracelet has a permanent home in the original box in which this watch came. Well, at least I tried. Moving on, I did say that I want to share the experiences I've had with this. The most important thing about watches that I keep in my personal watch box is they have to keep on giving. And if this watch keeps me interested well after the honeymoon period is over, then it's a keeper. I try not to allow social trends to influence what I like or what I wear. That's my personal choice. And the reason I say that is because you get so many negative comments from people that don't like this watch. And that's fair enough. However, comments like that can easily sway someone to sell a watch that they love and try to conform to the narrative of social trends. But for me, I'm not interested. I'd rather keep the things that make me happy, because the hobby is about each and every one of us, our individual tastes. That's what makes it so special. There are no two watch collections the same. Many of us have similar tastes, but every watch box that I've seen has always had its unique flair and individuality, mine included. And when it comes to this watch, for me, it not only keeps on giving, but it does it in spades. Every time I look down at that dial, this watch features one of the most difficult crystals to videotape or photograph. It's a thick, double-dome chunk of Hardlex. It picks up reflections everywhere. You have to actually have this watch in the hand and see it and appreciate, looking through that glass, how lovely this watch has been throughout the year. It's truly a thing of beauty. This watch always seems to put a smile on my face when it comes out to play. Is it the best watch in my collection? There are none. There is no best watch. Does it make me happy? Extremely. I've heard over the years many people say that a quartz watch doesn't have a soul. You've got to get a mechanical automatic watch. And when it comes to this piece, I beg to differ. It's an absolute beauty. I hope you enjoyed that, guys. Just wanted to share a bit of love for this piece. It's been a year since I've had it. It's still here. It is a pure delight. Completely different from everything else that I have. In a good way, because it's unique, it's special, it's reliable, it's accurate, it's strong, and looking deep into that dial, and it also manages to tug on those heartstrings, which for me is the most important thing when it comes to watches. Thanks for watching, be well, and we'll see you in the next one.